I guess we got everything up and going. Now, do you have this script that we're gonna read from?
Yes,
We're gonna look over there and read it over there. You wanna pull it up right here?
we're going to.
Right there. I will live stream it on YouTube too.
Yep.
This one's what? Facebook?
Yep,
And that one there.
that's TikTok,
And this is YouTube.
and this is our script
Where's YouTube at?
right there,
Where's the camera for that one?
right there.
Got it.
Okay, Mr. Tech Savvy, ready?
I'm about to turn this on so we could show everybody how crazy this all is.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, ready, to go.
Okay, so good morning, deal hunters, and welcome to Industrial Thursday in the Deal Room. I'm Catherine Bell, CEO of Titan Impact Group.
And I'm Titan, and I'm Titan Tommy. Start over. And I'm Tommy D, your favorite deal chaser. And today we're taking it to the next level. We're talking industrial deals, industrial land, and yes, even data centers.
So this is where scale, strategy, and serious income come together. These aren't your average flips. We're talking about big spaces, long-term tenants, and high impact returns.
Whether it's flex space, warehouse conversions, or buying raw industrial land for development, we'll show you how to break it down, fund it right, and make it cash flow.
We meet every weekday at 9 a.m. sharp on Zoom to learn more, analyze, and hunt for real deals with real investors. Let's learn, network,
and
deal hunt.
All right, so there's our intro
The outro
script.
is ready.
So I always make sure to preface this though. This program is founded by the Landshark Mastermind, a mastermind of the creation of three of the most non-connected people that you could imagine. So we have an Economic Development Council liaison, Roman Rubio from Yuma, who is a United States citizen by by copyright, not birthright. And he does a lot for investors across both borders. Then we've got Dr. Ning Young Chan, who has his PhD in sustainable farming. Woke up one day, and his wife told him to go do commercial real estate, and so he did. And like Moses, he's built an amazing ship that contains a lot of amazing people in his wheelhouse. And so, as a commercial broker, he's getting into private money brokering. He's getting his mortgage license, loan officer license.
He actually got it.
He actually got it. Yeah, he passed his test. So he's just cooking and doing all kinds of great things. And of course, I round out the pack as the 30-year developer in real estate and construction development. My family has 6 years, or I'm sorry, 6 generations of construction and real estate development, and so building small cities, communities, it's kind of in my blood, it's in my DNA. So the three of us got together, we developed what's called the Landshark Mastermind, and it brought people together like Catherine Bell, Chloe Slavinsky, Hoy Long. These people have come in to share their experience and what they do best in the world, to then contribute that to what we do in real estate, which is moral and ethical development in the path of progress, while utilizing AI as our way and means of getting those things done. So what we do in here is every day for an hour, every weekday for an hour, we talk about real estate deals, but not just talk about them, we do them. We pull them up on AI using Deal Hunter by Landshark. It is an AI model that helps reduce the amount of time and energy involved in doing real estate investing. So we're not looking to use AI to replace people. We're looking for AI to replace the amount of steps professionals need to take to get their job done.
So said another way, we collapse timelines and add commas to bank accounts.
There you go. So, and as much as it's awesome to have a beautiful woman over your shoulder, it's making me very weird and uncomfortable. So I'm gonna give her a chair back before she like yanks me out of it by the short hairs on my neck. I really feel like my mom's standing over my shoulder. Not that good.
Comical,
Boy,
because
get
I
out
don't
of
like it
that chair.
either.
She's like, hey. So anyway, who's standing over my shoulder now is the wonderful leader of that group right there, the Titan Impact Group, Sentinels of the American Dream. Titan Impact Group is the sponsor of the Landshark Masterminds daily podcast. And we appreciate all that Catherine Bell is able to provide for us as a sponsor. But what she can provide for you is getting you to come on and get AI into your life as a real estate investor. I know Corey's been using a crap ton of AI to do things, and he's got like I've got a book that he wrote me in text message. I got this deal, I got this deal, I got this. Like it's getting him so many damn deals that we got to develop him his own Shark Tank. So we might have to have the Corey Slavinsky show right after the Land Shark Mastermind show.
Corey gets the gold medal. He wins.
Right, he is just slamming deals all day long. So, um, but we want to make sure that we pay homage to everybody that comes in. So we'll do a quick introduction with Corey, and I'm going to give Catherine her chair back.
Hey, thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, the AI has been a blessing in disguise. It's saved me so much time. But yeah, I got several things going on. Very lucrative deals if we can get them closed. So yeah, that's about what I got going on. Corey Slavinsky, Black Canyon Property Solutions LLC. I got 20 plus years in the commercial electrical side of things, so kind of putting those together and making things happen. So
Love it. So exciting. Well, we were in Florida where were we? This week, last week, all the weeks, checking out that property that you brought to the table, which was super cool. Which I know Tommy talked about already. Yeah.
We were supposed to meet yesterday in the land room, but we got tied up with a very important meeting that Catherine had pop up. So we had to jump into that before we did anything. But we can talk a little bit about this deal, but I think we're trying to wrap it up with her because when we went out there, we were physically boots on the ground. We were able to see that there's quite a bit of supply on the market right there. So she's not the only, she's not the only dirt for sale on that block.
So it matters to actually go and see it.
Or find somebody you can trust to go see it and do that with. And then also the other thing was getting a better understanding of the market right now. Like there's a piece of property that's been on the market out there for 5 years, and they just held an auction on it because they really just need to get rid of it. It's in a peculiar situation where they just need to get rid of it. It has C3 zoning on it, and then just down from there was a 12 or 18 acre property that also had some development started, and then it just tanked. It stopped moving. So again, like the last thing you want to do is get into something and then be like, oh crap, other people have tried this and failed, right? So I call it looking through other people's trash to see how long I want to stay. And so, if there's a property that's sold on auction, because if that's the only way you can sell property, then that's the market. Like if you just put it on the market and then try to sell it and it sells, great. But if you have nobody there buying property and the only way to sell it is at a discount price, like through an auction, well, you can't really mark your property at full face value and expect it to sell, because the only way it's selling right now is if you do the auction thing. So the other property, the 18 acres for sale, it's got utilities on it. It's got piping. It's literally got sewer and water already piped into it. It's waiting for somebody to come up with the money to finish it. And so 18 acres there, it looked like it was a commercial development that just went belly up because the market or the demand for it is not there. The supply is there, but the demand for it is not. So what we've thought about doing is a unique project. Doing a pickleball court there, we think could make money, but we'd have to convince the seller to be our partner, not our seller. Like, so we gotta work out a deal with her that makes it lucrative for her and for us. And so it was a good thing that Corey brought it to our attention. We were able to jump down there and take a look at it. Now it's just a matter of, will she agree to play with us? So
yeah, and Tommy, you seen that? I sent you a message of the email that I'd sent her, and she actually replied back this morning. She wasn't like pissed off or mad or anything like that. She was actually pretty polite in her email.
Right.
She's just a little doesn't quite understand things. They paid her dad paid like 1.8 million for that property. So she's really like, why can't I get that back out of it at least? That's kind of where her thinking is, and she doesn't really understand the market. So
Right. And again, she could get that out of it if we partnered with her, because it's about who knows how. Right. And what we know is we know we can put a pickleball court there, and we can set up somebody to run a pickleball court, indoor pickleball court business there. And we know that if we build that and sold that, then that's where the value of the land comes in, because of where it's situated next to the country club. But there's zoning that has to be done. There's entitlements that has to be done. There's all the utility work that has to be done. So there's over $2 million worth of work that has to go into it for it to be worth the 1.1 million her dad paid for it. And then when her dad bought it, yes, land out there was worth that because of the fact that the villages were blowing up, and so people were moving out there. It's called a boom town, right?
yeah,
Like I know I can go buy the McCracken mine right now for $1 million, and that's exactly what it sold for in 1848.
yeah,
Right? Like I can go buy me a gold mine for $1 million today, and that's what it sold for over 125 years ago. So the value hasn't changed because it went through the boom town. It was a boom town when it was $1 million, but then it quit producing gold, and guess what? No more money. You know, it's not even worth it then.
yeah. And I mean, she seems really optimistic. She really likes me and everything. I've been dealing with her for like 6 months now, and she really just I think she'll work with us on it. Maybe I can schedule a call. Maybe me and you both can jump on there and
Yeah, and just bring
talk.
her to a point of understanding, because maybe she again doesn't live around there to understand. But when you have an 18-acre property that has all the components necessary, the 2-acre property cannot be more expensive than the 18-acre property. It doesn't make sense.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, one good thing I did find out, she with the probate, her attorney advisor, since she's the executor, basically all she has to do go down and transfer title on the property. And she was like, I don't get this. No one's guided me through this or none of that this whole time. And she's just like, this whole thing has just got her so stressed out, and she's just ready for it all to end. So I'd like to help her if we can.
Totally. And again, I think there's an opportunity there for it. We got to get her realistic with it, but she's not going to be able to get any cash from it until we're done with it,
Yeah.
right? Like, so if she needs money for something, it's going to have to come from some other one of those other properties that she has, right?
Yeah. Gonna bring that up on that lake house. I think that's her best bet right now to get some fast cash.
Right. No, absolutely. And again, we could probably set it up with a DSCR, get her to transfer it into an LLC, and we help her by basically what I would suggest doing is if she wants cash, is we do a DSCR on it because it doesn't look like it needs any remodeling, and we get her the cash through a DSCR, and get her cashed out, and then we keep it as a rental and rent the damn thing out, you know.
Yep.
So, but that's the only way she's going to be able to get some cash out of it. And it's going to have to be close to like 70% ARV, even though we're not doing any remodeling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because DSCR is only going to give us 70% ARV anyway.
Yeah, and she got an existing loan on there too. She's got to pay off. So
Oh, there's a loan on that one too. What's that? What's the loan on that?
that one I think was like 280 or something she owed. It was what was left over from her dad, the VA loan.
Yikes. Well, the VA loan's assumable with fees and stuff like that, I'm sure. But if find out the final payoff on it, and then we can kind of roll from there. Cause she may be able to get enough to get rid of that loan shark and stuff like that, but
Hit her really hard on it. I gave her a decent offer in the beginning and she didn't take it.
what did you
So
offer in the beginning?
I think I was like 540. It was a really nice offer, 80% of ARV, and she denied it. So this time going around, I told her I can't do that now. So we hit her like like 50% ARV.
There you
And
go.
she's like, I cannot do that. I'm like, okay, well, but I think we can get it for pretty cheap.
Go
Probably
to, try
four.
to get it at 65 maybe.
I
Tell
think
her.
get it for about 450. It's a 650, $700, $700,000 home, you know.
Well, as long as it does, try the air DNA on it or see what try to get a rental rate on it and do a DSCR on it and see what your rate is gonna be with a DSCR.
Yeah, rents are probably I think around 3 grand, 3,100 a month.
That's not a bad deal. We can run that, we can run that on Monday, or you can you know, look it up and get with me on it
Yeah, definitely.
later on. So let's take a look what you got going on there. Catherine's got a list of stuff she's working on.
I was just looking up this industrial. So because today is industrial day, so one of the projects that we have is a with my partner Adam, which Tommy talked about, that they'll come on. He'll come on next Thursday and talk about this. But him and I have done quite a few of these industrial projects, which I really love. So this one was a veterinary clinic that we're helping them expand. It's in Virginia Beach, and we're super excited about having that be wrapped up. It's under contract now, so we bought the building, renovated the building, and moved them in. And now we actually have a PE firm that's actually buying the building, so it's a triple net lease for this veterinary clinic. And we'll let's just say our investors are going to be extremely happy with the ROI that they're going to get on this deal. So we're really excited about that.
Okay, so do you want to pull that up and run it through Deal Hunter and maybe show us what happened on the last one that you guys did?
I don't know that I can find it that fast.
You know the address, right?
It's in the legal documents somewhere. I don't have it readily available.
Not readily available. Well, let's see. That's for the Virginia Beach one. What about the one that you did down here um in Phoenix? The industrial project you guys did together in Phoenix. Remember that one?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where I would have filed that.
What was the name of the project?
We called it the Baseline Road Project.
It was on Baseline Road.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember the ah, oh wow. No way.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna be able to find that anytime quickly.
No.
No, I don't remember where I filed it. Anyway, Adam will be able to come and talk about all the things.
Okay.
So what do you want to talk about now?
Well, we will maybe jump off into industrial land now. Go ahead and pull your GPT up And if you want to pull up Deal Hunter and show the people how to do deal, go through and get on the Deal Hunter, share the screen and we'll roll through the things. It wouldn't let me do it either. Maybe it's because it's in webinar mode. I don't know.
Okay. So we go to the Explore. And because I always look it up, it's always right there.
It's always right there. We got 600 conversations going with this thing already. A lot going on here.
So you can start by clicking any of these prompt starters or start your own.
So let's start our own, but before we do that, oh, go ahead. Let's tell them about the dictate button. If I click this dictate button, I can have basically a conversation with it and talk to it directly instead of putting it into the putting it into the keyboard. So let's roll a dictate. We're going to be looking at some property on industrial development. We want to look in the Highway 60 corridor. We're looking for property that's above 100 acres, and it has to be right on Highway 60. I believe there's already a piece of property out there, so do a search on all of the listing websites and check the on listing on market websites and the off market websites for large tracts of land that we can do industrial complexes in that La Paz County, West Maricopa County area corridor of Highway 60 and I-10. And so it'll begin digging through and looks like it pulled the property I had in mind already. So what are we doing? Too far. You want me to drive or you want to drive?
You can drive this. I'm getting the keyboard connected. So you can
Okay, so it provides right here you can see it found a few parcels along that area. So it says none that none of them tick all the boxes, meaning on Highway 60, La Paz County corridor, 100 plus acres. The first one is the one I was thinking of. It's 138 acres right on Highway 60. It's listed at 1.2. It meets that criteria. It needs rezoning for industrial use though. It has road access and it has utilities, but this one's a really prime piece because of the fact that it's down significantly from the cost of an industrial property. Another one that's out there is right off of Hovada Road. It's a 400 acre site. Doesn't necessarily have the US 60 frontage, but with 400 acres, we can get back to it, I'm pretty sure. So we can look that one up. And then the next one was the Highway 60 and McVeigh Road in Siloam. It's 79 acres, doesn't quite hit the 100, but it's up there. It's a smaller site, but it could be an add-on to an adjacent parcel. But by itself, it doesn't meet the entire threshold. So there might be something there. It looks like it's on a listing site as well on LoopNet. So we can go down a little bit more. So it lets us know about the risks, things to check, such as zoning, infrastructure, frontage, contiguous acreage nearby, the environmental and site conditions, proximity to I-10, and also the market land use trends. So keep going on down. Let's see what else it's got. Off market or quiet leads, we might want to use the county tax assessor. The on market search provided us with a variety of places that would typically pop this stuff. So we can reach out to the brokers. We can ask for coming soon stuff. So, and then what we'll wanna do is put together a deal package for owners and brokers, what our land vision is, what we're looking to do on 100 acre, stuff like that, so. Scroll down more. And these are the recommendations, so. It says to move quickly on the 138 acre one, and I'm pretty positive I need to move on that one pretty fast anyway, because, that's gonna be the corridor that builds out pretty strong. So, let's hit the dictate button. Go ahead and pull all the information for the 138.7 acre parcel in Winden. We would like to get as much information as you can on this, so go ahead and do a CMA. And then also provide us with any information you can about the owner of the property, the current zoning, and what the county would be willing to let us accomplish there. And it's thinking about it, it's thinking about it. We might be having a new member to the Land Shark Mastermind too. If you have friends that want to get into real estate and doing interesting deals like this, then may we suggest you jump in and get them signed up for the Land Shark Mastermind. We got the website going to be up pretty soon, probably in the next 30 days. We got quite a bit going on, but we're really trying to get something popped up here on that. So let's see. So the preliminary data on this parcel, it shows the parcel right there. Yep, that's the piece. That's the piece right there. It shows that it has a boundary on it. Pull up the next picture above there.
This one?
Yeah. It looks like it's got contiguous acreage. No, it's no contiguous. It's got a 24,000 square foot building, concrete pad, 27,000 square foot warehouse space, and 2,000 square foot of office space. It's got a truck scale. That truck scale is worth a couple $100,000 by itself. So Sorensen and Black has it listed, looks like. So we can probably give them a call, Sam Sorensen, and see if we can get into discussion about how to get this thing zoned out for industrial. It's currently zoned RA40. I'll let ChatGPT tell you what RA40 is. But let's jump back into, hit that X button over there. And where did it go?
That's
Up
weird.
at the top. Scroll up to the top there. Step down a little bit. Known property facts, blah, blah, blah. Zoning is rural agricultural 40, meaning you can only split it to 40 acre minimums. So we can't split it beyond 40 acres, below 40 acres. So if we bought this at 138 acres, we could turn it into a couple other parcels, but they have to be larger than 40 acres. Looks though like it's already down there. It's already got split numbers. There's several parcels listed there. Ownership could not be defined. It says of 40s, the RA40 is development department, that it's zone residential agricultural zoned. So we would intend to use it for industrial, then we need to confirm whether the zoning change would be there, or whether or not we could get a special use permit, conditional use permit for light industrial or heavy industrial. So scroll down some more. Given the terrain, the soils, the floodplain, there's a wash in the back. So it's called the Centennial Wash. And so it floods sometimes, and we need to figure out how bad that happens out onto the property. The comparables show that the average cost per acre out there is about 25,000. So on smaller parcels, the 100 acre, like it's still significantly cheaper. So the comparables right now are at 25,000 an acre, and we're looking at 10,000 an acre for our price. So, and it'll be actually less than 10,000 an acre, because we go out from about 1.1 million. so. As compared to some of the other ones at 25,000 acre, this makes sense. Upside cases is that, you know, if we were able to get it, rezoned to industrial, that it would command a premium of at least 30,000 an acre, depending on the access location and so forth. So the hypothetical market value could push it up to $2.7 million, buy it at 1.1's ready to be, all we gotta do is the zoning and it goes up to 2.7. Like, we don't turn any shovels. Literally, we just go from calling it this to calling it that. It's like transgenderism for land.
Oh, God, let's not use that.
What? Don't be transphobic. We're just
Oh, God.
we're trans,
There's other
we're trans,
ways of doing this.
but we're transcendentaling land. So
Anyway,
we're giving it, you know, a new
if
name.
you give it a new title,
It has new pronouns. So it's no longer known as RA40, it's known as IR or LIR. So anyway, ownership title pool is what's next. Assessor recorded data. We can confirm zoning with the county. We've already got that phone number in our speed dial. We already have done a site visit and physical investigation of the property. It's a great location, a lot of opportunity going there. The comparable sales deep dive is not necessary because there's not much going on, but the cost estimate to do the stuff out there that we're looking at doing, we can probably run that next, and we can do that through Deal Hunter because we've built it to do that. So it's a strong lead. It's got a little bit of risk to it as far as the zoning, but I do know that we can exercise the option of finding out that information if the owners will sign up to that agreement. So we'll be making an offer on this property. Let's see what else it says here. Go ahead and hit the speaker button. So now what we'd like to do is we'd like to get a list of the next 10 steps to accomplish putting an offer on this property and contacting the county and getting a preliminary understanding of what the county would allow here as far as industrial would go. Give us a price breakdown of what those soft costs look like, starting with surveying, getting through a public notice hearing and getting the county hearing scheduled, and just give us all the costs for all this and let us know what it would look like. And we'd like to get this accomplished ASAP.
almost sound like you said asshat.
I bet it ASAP. That's what it knows. There we go. Sending it off step by step. So verify ownership, contact the seller. Engage a local land surveyor. I just happen to know one. Hire a zoning consultant or land use attorney. This is important, especially if we want to get the cup on it, the CUP. Or any kind of rezoning, so we're looking at that being a cost factor. Submit a pre-application, usually takes 2 to 3 weeks. That's agreeable. The initiating phase 1 ESA, the environmental site assessment. We want to make sure that we have the ability to do things out there. We want to make sure that there's like no Indian burial grounds out there we got to worry about, stuff like that. Then we get civil engineering done. That site plan is integral in how we split it up. So step 7 is true to point. All the prices there are pretty standard. We hold the public meeting, which there's less than 500 people out there, so you got to figure only 10% are going to show up. So we'll be lucky if 5 people show up for it. But we have the commission hearing. People come out and discuss what they're upset about with it. And we try to appease them or just whatever, and then we get the board of supervisors to vote. So once they vote, that's when we get that transgender piece of land goes from being rural agricultural 40 over to something different. And we're going for that light industrial zoning, so, or maybe even heavy industrial zoning, it doesn't even matter. The total soft cost, so is gonna be between $30,000 and $50,000. So, and that's just to do the CUP. If zoning changes required, the price will go up. So that's a guarantee. So, let's run through the rest of this. So it says to fast track it, we would run phase one and all that stuff simultaneously. Get the civil site plan and the pre-app application done all at the same time. We'd loop in broker title, brokers and the title company to get everything done with an LOI and a PSA. But we're gonna stretch out this closing period, because we want to go at least 120-day due diligence plus a zoning contingency. So we reach out to the county, get our information going early, and then that way we know going into it with the owner that this is, what we're looking at accomplishing. So go ahead and hit that dictate button again. Go ahead and give us a risk analysis now of this property from the standpoint of building it out. We'd like to incorporate it as a industrial complex, but also have a commercial aspect to it as well. We'd want to have an auto mall on the highway side of it, and then have, because we bring in the power for the auto mall and the EV power stations there, we want to have the opportunity to also have a logistics center for the trucking that's really close to that area or going to be utilizing that area. And we want to also possibly entertain the idea of data centers on that particular property. Go ahead and run this information. And so it's gonna think about it for a little bit, and it's gonna come back and give us, a pretty good analysis of what we may be faced with out there. The property, with the potential that it has and the position it's in is really what makes this the key to go to. So, having a planned development out there, we would request zoning on certain parts and then split off other pieces. So we need to find out from the county if they would allow it. So how we do this is through rezoning and splitting. We submit a general plan amendment. We go to the county and see what their current plan is, and then we apply an amendment to their general plan. And we end up creating a development agreement with them. And so we do this because we want to make sure that there's the opportunity to do this, but it's got to be done in a specific parliamentary way, if you will. So infrastructure and utility availability is there. We believe that the phase 3 utility is already there. We believe we can put another dedicated substation there, which would be dramatically needed for that spot. We know that the water is down the road. If we need it, but we have 2 water wells already on that property. So as far as the sewer system, we could very easily install a general sewer system for the whole development. We could have the redundant high-speed fiber connectivity pulled into that, because there's been talk about running the pipeline through there. So and then we would have to get into like how to expand the road there a little bit. It wouldn't be hard because the land's already available. So what else do we got? Market demand risk shows that an auto EV mall on that area is a plus. The traffic volumes are low compared to the metro areas, but it's going to become a path, because of the fact that I-10 is going to become a massive traffic corridor, and it's gonna be difficult to get vehicles in and out of there, so. The proximity to I-10 for the industrial and logistics is a big advantage. As we become a hub of, as the freight hubs open up out there on the rail line, we're literally across the street from it. But we'd be able to draw employees from the Buckeye Tonopah area to come out there. Data centers, the concern is the redundant power to fiber, the redundant power and the access to fiber. There's low latency access to regional networks and the environmental stability. So all these things are, factors, but uh, um, they're only factors. And then if you apply things like it says right there, the opportunity zone program to it, it changes things. So this property actually falls into our land stabilization fund. And we were going to try and get it acquired for that and be kind of like our first jump off on that. So, let's see, what do we got? 10 more minutes to go. So, capital exposure and phasing risks, the vision and scope of it. We have a lot of high capital needs in the beginning of it. So that's why we're looking to probably raise $5 million is to get it through phase all the way to through to phase 2. In phase 2, we can then begin to understand what'll be a viable, startup, like the auto mall, EV pads and stuff. I believe will be very beneficial. Then selling the commercial spots to commercial users, or even the logistics hubs, will be contracts that come in based on transporters wanting to have access in and out faster than what they would get through Phoenix. So, and then we've already got the contacts in the data center space, so we're not real worried about what it would look like to get that going. Environmental and physical site risks. So it says that there's no clear water right documentation, which, as long as we're not building houses and putting people in them, like everybody's like, oh, you gotta have water rights. Yeah, only if you plan on having a community and building a community. If I'm not building a community, I don't have to worry about water rights. It's not mandated for me to supply water for 100 years to anybody, unless I'm building houses. And so that's really what it comes down to. So it's knowing the rules, not and knowing how to play by them, not worrying about them all the damn time. So some of the other things that are concerned out there is like the flooding, but we can build stuff up as necessary. One of the things it says is the soil stability. We got that covered. So these are things that are easily taken care of by us, because we're the who that know how. So some of the things that may attract people out there for this will be the opportunity zone program, and development options out there, the frontage of US 60. The fact that it's a large scale tract will draw attention. We'll get noticed in the Arizona Business Journal, and that'll draw some attention to us as well. And then, but the biggest thing is the low cost basis that we're buying it in at, being able to turn around and sell it for, the price tags that you see there, where it's like, anywhere between $15,000 and $500 per acre, when you're talking about it already having entitlements and infrastructure in there. So these are the things that we look at and consider. So next steps: run the utility and feasibility study. We can do that very easily. A zoning feasibility meeting would be planned next. Phase plan development 1 through 3, and then secure soft commitments from investors, fleet operators, EV firms, Tesla charging partners, etc. And then get some incentive research done as far as like where we can get money from the AZ Commerce Authority, USDA rural business grants, tribal partnership. We don't have that relationship out there, but the federal energy and infrastructure incentive programs that are out there. So a risk summary chart shows us the directions we really want to get going. Scroll down. It shows us like our biggest risks are the zoning and capital planning. The things that we're able to mitigate, away from, are, highlighted there pretty well. And so that's, this is the amazing part about Deal Hunter. Like, I literally just knew this was 138 acres for sale. And here we are, like 3 weeks into due diligence already. Within just, 45 minutes of talking about it, so. This is the stuff that I really like. Now here's an interesting thing. It says it can build out a 3-phase master plan map. It can do a tenant outreach strategy with LOI templates for the tenants. It can do a plan development rezoning narrative for us for the county, which we will definitely need to do, and it can run a power fiber infrastructure map overlay. Interesting, huh?
It's interesting.
Mind blown. Anyway. Go ahead and hit the dictate button and we'll, all that information is great. Let's see if you can do a power fiber infrastructure map overlay for that area so that we got an idea of what we're looking at. And hit that send button. And what it'll probably do is, probably pull an overlay map that's on the internet somewhere. Okay, here we go. Click on the black one, yeah. And so that looks like the electric power transmission lines in the areas that they're located. And the reason why I know where we're at is based on I believe this is gonna be the Buckeye area, that's Yuma, right? So if this is the Buckeye area, out here is I-10 as it travels that way, this is going out to Las Vegas. So right about here is the Wickenburg and it comes back this way to this spot. So what we've got out there as far as transmission lines, I already know that the 220 and 287 are out there, and then the ones that are greater than 735 are out there right off the I-10. So what we don't have out there is a large amount of power. So this ITS infrastructure is interesting. They're running that all the way down the I-17 from Flagstaff down to the milepost 296, which I think is out there just north of Camp Verde. I think that's kind of like in the Chino Valley area, I believe. So that's interesting. So power infrastructure laid out all that information for us. We've been out there, we know that they have power out there, and I don't know if it's actually on this site, but it was interesting to see that it pulled it up. One of the things I can get it to do is, watch this, do a internet search for any of the public notices that have been done in the Wendon, Salome, Agia area for the last 10 years. And let us know if there's any projects coming up in the next 10 years by looking at the public records filings for public notices in this area. And so it'll pull public notices for us and go scrape that information and give us a better understanding. So here we go. There's a solar and transmission project located in Siloam, 4,000 acres. And so it's gonna have a battery energy storage systems out there. And that's between I-10, north and south of I-10, between Sorefinger Road and Avenue 71. Sorefinger Road, what do you think he was doing with that Sorefinger?
I don't know, but it's 9:58.
I hear that. They got a 50 kilovolt transmission line solar energy going out there. They got a large solar panel solar panel farm planned out there on public land in La Paz County. And there's been some rezoning, looks like some rezoning for the RV park that we own right there. And permit fee resolution and zoning fee changes, they're upping the fees because they know that new things are gonna be coming through, so they wanna make that money off of it. So, looks like, that they haven't done a large scale development like we're, looking at, so we'll see. Interesting. All right, well, you're ready to pull the plug on this bathtub, so we'll see everybody tomorrow. We've got a outro script we're gonna read, so say a prayer real quick. Heavenly Father, we ask that everyone go about their day to day and in your grace and in your glory to do your will. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
So that wraps up Industrial Thursday. We covered the land, the deals, the data centers, and the dollars.
If this episode didn't get you thinking bigger, you might want to hit rewind. These industrial plays are how smart investors build long-term wealth and serious impact.
Want to go deeper and see how others are structuring deals like this? Get in the Zoom room.
Join us every weekday at 9 a.m. sharp on Zoom in the Landshark Mastermind. This is where real learning and real deals actually happen.
Make sure you subscribe to the Deal Hunter YouTube channel at TIG20B on YouTube.
And go to landsharkmastermind.com to become a member today. Let's learn, network, and deal hunt.
Thanks for coming in. See everyone tomorrow, 9 a.m.